Hi, welcome to the Edison K production of Willy Wonka.
My name is Owen Arvalo, and I play Willy Wonka.
My name is Matilda Sherman, and I play Phineas Trout and Mrs. Bucket.
My name is Eason Tang, and I play Charlie Bucket.
It's been a wild ride to get here, and at times we didn't even know if this was going to be possible. We hope this brings joy into your homes and hearts in a way that is really needed right now.
We want to acknowledge the current situation in our country. George Floyd's tragic death is a reminder of the racism that exists all around us.
We ask you to stand up, speak up, and take action to make our country a better place for all of us.
I am Willy Wonka, the greatest candy maker of all time.
Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination.
Take a look and you'll see into your imagination.
We'll begin with a spin, traveling in a world of my creation. What we'll see will defy explanation. If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it. There's nothing to it. There is no place I know to compare with your imagination. Living there, you'll be free if you truly wish to be.
These two very old people are the father and mother of Mr. Bucket. And those two very old people on the other side of the bed are the father and mother of Mrs. Bucket. That is Mr. Bucket, and this is Mrs. Bucket. The small boy standing right there is Charlie Bucket, their only son.
Here you go, Grandpa Joe. Cabbage soup.
Every day, nothing but cabbage soup. Cheer me up, Charlie. Tell me, what's the chocolate news?
Wonka's got a new bar out.
Fudge Whipple or Mallow Base?
Mallow with flavor shifters.
Flavor shifters? My!
Papa, what's the latest cap count?
1,249,976 perfectly installed toothpaste caps, Charlie.
Do you think I might work in the toothpaste factory one day?
Let's hope not, Charlie.
What kind of positive thinking is that? Charlie's gonna work for Mr. Wonka making chocolate bars.
Now, Grandpa Joe, don't go filling the boy's head with dreams of candy.
Brandy? I'd love one.
He's just a kid. Why would you give him brandy?
Candy.
No need to yell. I'm right here.
Charlie's from a long line of distinguished Candyman.
And women.
Well, Wonka hasn't hired anyone since Slugworth Spicelo's candy balloon recipe.
Wonka was so angry, he gathered all his workers saying, "I'm sorry, but you all must go home." Then he locked the gates of his factory forever.
But Mr. Wonka still makes candies. I can smell them on my way to school.
Yes, but no one comes in and no one goes out.
Shadow worker.
Maybe the undead. Who knows?
Grandpa Joe, you're going to give Charlie nightmares again.
What'd she say?
She says she's making gin.
We're playing gin?
I'm in.
Charlie, run out and see if anyone is done with the newspaper.
Okay, Dad. You'll have to feed Grandpa Joe.
Here you are, Mom. Here's your cabbage soup.
I thought we were playing gin.
See these kids? They meet outside Charlie's house every day after lunch with a shiny nickel apiece to buy a Wonka bar from the local candy man. The only kid with no nickel is Charlie.
What are you going to get?
I'm getting a Wonka bar.
Wonka bars are the best. Hey, Charlie, help me pick something out. I got a nickel.
You already have a lollipop. Shouldn't you finish it first?
I can't help it. I love candy. All candy. Chocolate, caramel, jawbreakers, suckers.
Stop it. You're making my mouth water.
I can't stop eating sweets. All those wonderful Willy Wonka treats. You can keep the others. 'Cause me, I'm a Wonkerer. When it comes to candy, Willy's a conqueror. Who can take a sunrise, sprinkle it with dew, cover it in chocolate and a miracle or two? The Candyman. The Candyman can. Who can take a rainbow, wrap it in a sigh, soak it in the sun and make a strawberry lemon pie? The Candyman. The Candyman can. The Candyman can. 'Cause he makes it all with love and makes the world taste good. The Candyman makes everything he makes satisfying and delicious. Talk about your childhood wishes. You can even eat the dishes.
Nothing for you, Charlie?
Not today. I don't want to spoil my appetite.
Looks like your appetite could use a little spoiling. Here, take one of these on the house.
Really? Thanks.
Who can take tomorrow, keep it in a dream, separate the sorrow and collect up all the cream? The Candyman. The Candyman can. The Candyman can. 'Cause he mixes it with love and makes the world taste good.
Thanks for the candy. Oh yeah, my dad wants to know if we can borrow the paper.
I'm afraid it's yesterday's paper. Here you go.
Thanks, see you later.
What's the world come to when the family can't even afford the paper?
And the world tastes good 'cause the Candyman thinks it should.
Charlie, come eat.
Here's the paper, Dad.
All be chocolate crispy. Will you look at this? Wonka factory open to a lucky few.
Do you mean people are actually going to be allowed inside the factory?
Read what it says.
Mr. Willy Wonka has decided to allow 5 children to visit his factory. The lucky 5 will tour your factory and receive a lifetime supply of Wonka chocolate.
Tour the factory?
A lifetime supply of chocolate?
Read
on.
5 golden tickets were hidden among 5 million ordinary candy bars. The finders of these golden tickets will win the tour and the chocolate.
That's only into one shot. Wow, I don't like the odds.
What are you all talking about?
Wonka's having a contest.
Why would he want a screen test?
A contest.
Who is?
Wonka.
What about him?
He's having a contest.
All right. I'm not deaf, you know.
The tickets could be anywhere. How exciting. I wonder if any of them have been found yet. That paper's a day old.
Charlie, can you imagine winning?
Touring the factory?
Meeting Mr. Wonka?
Seeing for yourself all those undead zombie workers?
Eating a lifetime supply of chocolate?
Eating a lifetime supply of chocolate? 1 o'clock already? Charlie, you'd better hurry. You'll be late for school.
I guess it's back to twists and turns of toothpaste for me.
Charlie, remember, we may be starving and we may be poor, but the Bucket family always sings
positive.
Write it in purple ink, Charlie. Purple ink.
Positive.
So Mr. Bucket went back to the toothpaste factory while little Charlie Bucket was off to school. But on the way, Charlie heard some exciting news.
Did you hear? Some kid just found the first golden ticket.
Already? When?
Just now. Look.
This is Phineas Trout with a direct TV link to Frankfurt, Germany. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. People are buying over 50,000 Wonka bars every hour, and the first golden ticket has been found. Here's the family now. Mrs. Droop. Mrs. Droop, may we have a word?
The name is Gloop. Gloop. And this, mein kleiner Liebchen Augustus.
Tell us about the ticket.
Bah, I just knew my little sausage Bustus Augustus would find that golden ticket. He eats so much candy vandy that it was almost impossible for him not to find one. In fact, you could say we've been training for this day ever since our little Budgie was born.
Training?
Oh yeah. For the chance to eat as much as Augustus, he has to be trained from morning to night, eating all kinds of foods.
We give him fruit juice for breakfast plus melons und mangoes und cereals, bananas und cream.
Ladies and gentlemen, the worldwide rush for Wonka bars is getting bigger by the minute. It seems a second golden ticket has been found. We're off to our live remote in Sao Paulo, Brazil, where things are sweet for Veronica Salt.
That's Veruca, you imbecile. Veruca.
So, Mr. Salt, I understand you sweetened Veruca's chances with a little assistance.
As soon as my little girl told me she simply had to have one of those golden tickets, I bought hundreds and thousands of Wonka bars. I'm in the nut business. Peanuts, cashews, but mainly Brazil nuts. So I had my factory girls stop shelling Brazil nuts and start shelling wrappers.
Daddy, that hideous reporter said my name wrong on live television. Can't you get her fired?
For you, dear, anything. Anyway, After days of shelling chocolate, one of my factory gals finally found the blasted golden ticket. I let her take the lucky piece of chocolate home to her 17 kids.
How generous.
Daddy, now she's being sarcastic. I want her fired. Fired. You hear me? Fired, fired, fired.
This is Phineas Trout, where the sweet has turned sour.
Dad, why aren't you at work? Did they close the factory early?
That's an understatement, Charlie. They've closed it forever. I'm out of a job.
Out of a job?
Yep, the factory is going to be moving overseas. Going to be fully automated, and toothpaste cap twisting is the only profession I know. I guess you don't need cap twisters when you have robots.
Don't worry about it, Dad. You never liked that job anyways. Now, you can get back into the candy business like Grandpa Joe keeps saying.
Grandpa Joe likes to dream big dreams. But I'm afraid big dreams aren't going to put food on the table. I don't know how to tell your mom. Charlie, things were tough when I had a job. But now?
I said, don't worry about it, Dad. Just think positive.
Positive? Why?
Why not?
Surprise! Happy birthday, Charlie! Surprise! Happy birthday, Charlie.
We already said that.
We did? When?
Just give him his present.
Yes. He's very pleasant.
Present, present, present.
Here you go, Charlie. Happy birthday, my love.
It's from all of us.
Go on, boy, open it.
It's a Wonka's Whipple Scrumptious Fudge Mallow Delight.
The best of them all. Real Whipple, carefully whipped at 2,700 RPMs for precisely 62.3 seconds.
Grandpa, please.
I thought we agreed on Nettorific.
The fudge model's the best, and you know it. Go ahead, Charlie. Open her up. Show us what thinking positive's all about.
Now, don't be too disappointed, my darling, if you don't find what you're looking for.
The thing to remember is that whatever happens, you still have the bar of candy.
Yes, I know.
For goodness sake, boy, open it.
Please open it. You're making me jumpy.
Well, that's that. Who wants a piece?
We wouldn't dream of it, Charlie.
Come on, Dad. Have a piece. You deserve something special after losing your job.
What? That's not true. Charlie, that's not funny. Tell me, it isn't true.
You'll start.
It is true. And we will not starve. Now, what kind of party is this? Hey, let's splurge a little. Turn up the radio.
Mr. Bucket's right. What's a little more electricity? Charlie, plug in the radio.
Really? This is the best birthday ever.
We interrupt the Orphan Annie radio hour to bring you this important news flash. A third golden ticket has been found in Snellville, Georgia. And what is your name, young lady?
Violet. Violet Biergard. Violet, quit chewing your gum so loudly. It's not ladylike. Not ladylike at all. Remember what your therapist said about acting out. Ah, shut it, Ma. You flap your jaws as much as I do. Now, Violet, I don't appreciate that sort of language. Use your words. Ask me nicely. No prob. Hey, Mom, would you please? Shut it! I'm being interviewed here.
Now, tell us, Violet, how did you find your golden ticket?
I'm a gum chewer, normally. But when I heard about Wonka's contest, I laid off the gum and switched to candy bars. Now, of course, I'm right back on gum. In fact, I've been working on this piece for over 3 months solid. I've beaten the world record set by my best friend, Cornelia Prince Medal. Hi, Cornelia. Listen to this. That's the sound of you losing. Listen to more.
Ladies and gentlemen, Wonka bar sales are up to over 200,000 an hour. And this just in. The fourth golden ticket has been located in Television City, California. Leaving only the fifth and final ticket to be found, we are live at the home of Mike TV, the finder of the fourth golden ticket. Here's Miss TV. Tell us about the ticket, ma'am.
Well, you see, Mike and I were about to sit
You
down
pothole toots! Didn't I tell you not to interrupt? This is the best part. Crack. Smack. Whack. Dead. Did you see him die? That was so totally awesome.
Very cool, Mike. Now, Miss TV, about the golden ticket?
Yeah,
Wow.
I got a ticket. Big deal. Means I'm gonna have to miss at least an hour of my second favorite show, and I'm gonna have to leave the house to tour some stupid chocolate factory. Right, whatever. Hit him harder!
Now, what school does our lucky golden ticket winner attend?
What are you, crazy? Who needs school? I've got my screens in the net, you fool. Some kids like electric trains and some kids like to use their brains to earn a university degree. I don't share their thirst for knowledge. I don't need to go to college. Me, I see it all on TV. Some kids like to sing and dance and some kids go to Paris, France, while others visit Washington, D.C. I don't learn a single thing because I can download anything. It's all on my computer for free. Some kids go to baseball games and other kids have used the names like 10 days out of Boy Scout Jamboree. While wimpy kids read books, immerse, I play Destroy the Universe. No one has Nintendo games like me. Some kids like to fly balloons or play the latest top 10 tunes while others want to surf in Waikiki. I could visit London, Rome, and Tokyo without leaving home. Take a spaceship to the moon and back on any afternoon. Yes, we can do it all from A to B. 'Cause we got our computer. All our stuff is wireless. We can see it all on TV. On TV!
Turn it off. I've heard enough of this snot-nosed brat.
What'd he say? What'd she say?
She says she spotted rats.
Catch one. We'll eat it.
That's quite enough. We should all go to bed.
Can Grandpa Joe please tell me one Wonka story? Just one, please?
All right, but just one. And no zombie worker stories. You need your sleep.
Charlie, look here.
It's a Wonka Nutty Crunch surprise.
Shh.
But where'd you get it?
I've been saving. Open it.
I can't. I'm too nervous. You open it.
Come on now. A lifetime supply of chocolate. One,
One,
two,
two,
three.
three. Nothing. A good thing, really, because chocolate's very fattening.
You're right, Charlie. A lifetime supply of it, you'll be the size of the dome on Capitol Hill.
I wish I'd never heard of candy or Wonka.
During the next 2 weeks, the weather turned as cold as Willy Wonka's Sub-Zero Choco Ice Cream Supreme. First came the snow, huge flakes drifting slowly down from a steel blue sky. Then came the wind. Inside the house, jets of freezing air came rushing in through the sides of the windows and under the doors, and there was no place to go to escape them. The 4 old folks lay silent and huddled in their beds, trying to keep the cold away from their bones. For the Bucket family, the excitement of the golden tickets was long forgotten. In fact, all the family could think about was trying to keep warm and scraping enough food together to keep their hunger at bay for yet another long, cold winter day as winter tightened its grips. Mr. Bucket searched for odd jobs like shoveling snow. Little Charlie began the long uphill trek towards school.
Charlie? Charlie? Where's your coat?
Haven't got a coat.
Here, take my scarf. You will freeze to death.
Thanks.
Oh, Charlie, would you mind picking up that last case of nut crunchers? I don't want them to freeze.
Sure. I think you dropped this coin.
What's this? It's not mine. Take it home to your folks.
You think I should? Maybe I should put up a notice.
That coin's probably been there for weeks under the snow. Take it, Charlie, and take this. Being such a good kid.
Really?
Really? You look like you're starving.
It's so good. A perfect blend of Belgian dark chocolate with New World light, with subtle overtones of Moroccan espresso. Wonka's a genius. Thanks for the candy. I better get to school. Do you think I can just have one more? I found it! The last golden ticket!
I never thought my life could be anything but catastrophe. But suddenly I begin to see a bit of good luck for me. 'Cause I've got a golden ticket. I've got a golden twinkle in my eye. I never had a chance to shine, never a happy song to sing, but suddenly half the world is mine. What an amazing thing. 'Cause I've got a golden ticket. I've got a golden sun up in the sky.
Grandpa Joe, Mom, Dad, I found it! The last golden ticket!
Don't tease us, Charlie.
But I did! Look!
By all that's chocolate, Charlie, you did it! You did it! Holy notarific!
Wait a minute. The tour is today. I just saw them lining up in front of Wonka's factory. You better get moving.
Come here, Charlie. Let's wash your face.
On your shoes.
Are you wearing clean underwear?
I forget. I've been stuck in this bed for so long.
Not you, Charlie.
I'm not Charlie, he is.
I never thought I'd see the day when I would face the world and say, good morning, look at the sun. I never thought that I would be slapping a lap of luxury, 'cause God had said it couldn't be done, but it can be done. Yes, it can be done. We never ever dared to think that there would be a golden time. We're banging a glorious golden click. Our lives could become so fun. Cause I've got a golden ticket. I've got a golden chance to make my way. And with a golden ticket, it's a golden day.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here with us on this very special night. As you stretch your legs and get a snack, we'd like to share with you some cast and crew interviews on the process of making this film.
Wow, wow, wow. The show is amazing, and we're not even done yet. The first half of the show has just been astounding. So, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to tell you to take a bow already, even though we haven't even come to the end of the show. You have just blown us away. The work you have done to pull this together, your creativity and your talent is just unbelievable. But it is believable because we know you and we know what you are capable of. And you are just phenomenal tonight. So thank you for everything that you have done. Be proud of yourselves, and we can't wait to see the rest of the show.
The Candyman came.
Hi, my name is Emily Culver. I teach theater at the Edison K-8, and I'm the director of Willy Wonka. Thank you so much for being here for this really special event. We were less than 2 weeks away from opening our production of Willy Wonka, which was to be happening March 25th through 27th, when schools were closed due to COVID-19. In the 17 years that I've been working at the Edison, I have worked with amazing students, and our productions every year are a time of intensity, incredible dedication, and hard work for so many students and so many staff. This year, however, there was something unique.
Can take a sunrise, sprinkle it with dew, cover it in chocolate and a miracle or two. The Candyman can.
Would you have preferred to have been able to do this as a live show back at the end of March, if that was a possibility?
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
100%.
Yep.
Well, for me, the road has been an uphill battle. If that's a good explanation. Like many challenges have came up, including us having to switch to online. That was like a huge change to everyone in the cast. The switch online, people backing out of the roles like last second. But overall, the journey has been amazing. I loved it, and I'm glad that I did it.
Yeah, first time being part of a play, and I actually really liked it, even though, like Owen said, there was a lot of challenges. But there were people to take those empty roles.
Hold on, what do you mean it's the first time you've been part of a play? You were in The Lion King and you were in Grease.
Not like a role, but...
Well, you worked very hard in those. So this is your first lead role.
Yeah, lead role, I guess.
Okay. Eason, you have had to work harder and put in more time on this show than, without a doubt, any other student.
Well, I tried my best.
So I think most people would say you're one of the most resilient people we know, Eason, one of the hardest workers we know in school. Were there times that it really even got to you, that this got really difficult, that you felt really worn down and it got difficult to keep your focus?
Well, yeah, the first time we ever went on Zoom and did the first scene, that was the most challenging one because there was a lot of people lagging and people that were unfocused, and that made me really weary and tired. So yeah, that scene was the hardest for me.
Who can take the sunrise, sprinkle it with dew, cover it with chocolate or a miracle or two? The Candyman, yes, the Candyman can.
So, my name is Matthew Murder. I played the role as Augustus Gloop in Wonka, the Chocolate Factory, and to be honest, it was fantastic. I enjoyed it so much. Even though I wasn't originally part of the main crew, I joined later on because I was persuaded by my friends, and they really thought I had a chance at it, so I gave it a try, and I liked it. I liked it very good. And so we at school kept on practicing, doing the roles, doing lines, and when coronavirus hit, it was very heartbreaking because I thought that we weren't going to do the show. It was off. It was canceled forever.
It was our desire to find a way to do the full show or as close to it as possible. And in the first 3 weeks of the closures, as we met every day, as we had our time, we had our rehearsal time every day, it seemed more and more impossible. The freezing time and the lagging time on machines, the inability to be with one another, in all of these scenes, characters were touching each other, they're singing and dancing together. And theater is a very physical thing, and it's very difficult to do without other people. How do we recreate those connections that were established as the characters when we only have a screen in front of us?
Who can take tomorrow? Who can take tomorrow? Dip in a dream. Dip in a dream. Separate the sorrow and collectible cream. The Candyman. The Candyman. The Candyman can. The Candyman can. The Candyman can, 'cause he mixes it with love and makes the world taste good.
It was kind of hard for me because I had to like deal with all the background noises and make sure that everything was quiet. But I would prefer it at school because I thought it was more fun to do it at school. Because I don't really know how to explain it, but I was like, it was more fun to be around all around your friends and just do it together instead of just being on a screen talking to it.
You can take a sunrise, sprinkle it with dew, cover it in chocolate and a miracle or two. The Candyman.
It's very different doing it like on Zoom than in like school, because in school then there would be like an audience and then we'd all be together. I feel like it's definitely a lot harder to do on Zoom because there are just so many different places that like there can't be any background noise. And then if someone lags, then we have to do the scene all over again. So it's just, there are more things that could go wrong.
One, two, three. My name is Candyman, and my life is full of treats. And when it rains sweet and treats. All I really want is some treats and sweets. Recipe.
D'accord. Tout le monde se rassemble. Le bonhomme est ici. Quel genre de bonbons veux-tu? Chocolat sucré? Bonbons au chocolat maltais? Tout ce que tu veux. Tu es venu au bonhomme parce que je suis l'homme au bonbon. Merci.
Of the many challenges that we encountered from what do we do about the music? There's no platform to just record chorus. Students can't just record themselves singing with the music. What do we do about that? What do we do about costumes and props and getting them to kids' houses? So many technical challenges. What do we do about backdrops? The most painful and hardest part was that we had a large part of the cast withdraw, stop showing up to rehearsals, including members that were in lead roles. And for the first 3 weeks, the other students and myself were spending the first half hour of rehearsals every day, calling students, texting, where are you? Are you coming? We're waiting for you. And after 3 weeks, a number of students had shared with me that they just didn't feel comfortable with this process, that there was something about being on camera, being on screen, and I think also being in a time of such stress and not having your friends there physically, that they weren't comfortable doing that. And I had to honor that. And so we were left with knowing not only how we're going to solve these other problems, but how do we do this with a partial cast?
There was a lot of people in the play. There's a lot of kids in the play in my grade. But when Zoom came out, it just like people didn't want to do it anymore. Like people started leaving, started going AWOL. So it was kind of like heartbreaking.
The Candyman can, 'cause he mixes it with love and makes the world taste good.
I mean, I like being more involved because for me, theater is really fun. And going from just like an ensemble member to someone who has 2 roles and then also some ensemble roles, it's definitely a lot more work, but it's also fun.
I guess it was very exciting for me because like I've always wanted to be like at least like a person who shows up in like one of the shows in like more than an ensemble in one of the school plays. So yeah, I guess it was really fun and exciting to do that.
Hi, this is Coach Zeller here. Good afternoon, Edison PE students and theater students and all students in the school. This is the Zeller contribution to the Willy Wonka show for Miss Culver and all her theater students. I'm extremely proud of all your hard work. You guys ready?
Yeah!
All right, here we go.
Make a sunrise, sprinkle it with dew, cover it in chocolate and a miracle or two. The Candyman, the Candyman can.
Hi, my name is Lindsay Fiore, and I'm a scenic designer in the Boston area. For the past 2 years, I've been the set design teacher at Thomas Edison K-8 in the theater program. My role there is funded by the Boston Arts Expansion Fund. Typically, my class is taking students through the process of designing a show. So that begins with talking about the play, the concepts, what we need to communicate to the audience. We then begin sketching with visual research and getting our ideas together. And then we get into the actual execution. So that students learning hands-on experience with power tools, paint techniques, and any other skills they need to get the show up and running.
All right, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Who can take a sunrise? Sprinkle it with dew. Chocolate and a miracle or two. The Candyman. The Candyman can.
Can't stop eating sweets. All those Willy Wonka colored treats. You can keep the others, but me, I'm a Wonker. Oh yeah. When it comes to candy, Willy's the Wonker.
By transitioning Willy Wonka into a virtual experience, my role changed from building physical environments to generating digital atmospheres. The idea was that I would build original content to serve as a backdrop for each scene that students could then upload into Zoom and record with. But we ran into a lot of challenges with this, most of which having to do with student resources.
Who can take a sunrise, sprinkle it with dew, cover it in chocolate and a miracle or two? The Candyman.
The process has been weird to say, because originally not wanting to actually do anything and then to actually wanting to like actually perform in the play and actually help around more often than not. So my idea of it changed a lot more just by doing it the longer time.
A rainbow, wrap it inside, soak it in the sun and make it strawberry pie. The Candyman. The
Candyman can.
The
Candyman can.
The Candyman
can.
It's a big stretch for an 11 or 12 or 13-year-old to suddenly play a late 70s, early 80s-year-old. What was that experience like for you? And was it different when we were doing this as a play at school versus on Zoom?
It was fun playing a grandparent because like it was kind of funny to wear all this age makeup.
For me, I also had a role of Oompa Loompa. I thought that was kind of weird and awkward, but then when I got the role of being Grandma Josephina, I thought that was more awkward and weird since I'm an 11-year-old and all of a sudden I'm like all the way into like a very old lady. It's just kind of really weird for me.
It was kind of weird, but not that weird because how I normally act, which is a lot weirder than the role. So I was just fine with it.
So I would flip the switch and I would run from my room to the living room. Then I would get the little puppet thingy or like paper doll or whatever you want to call it. And then I had to stick it up inside it.
I would have preferred school because I wouldn't have to do the makeup on my own. And it was just easier that way for me.
So you guys have just seen the trailer for the first time. How does it feel seeing the trailer and knowing that you're done this filming project?
Weird.
Can you elaborate?
It makes it feel
Yeah, I
more
agree. It's really
real.
weird.
All right.
There's me, that's nice.
Matilda and then Easton and then Nene.
It makes it feel more real because we were just doing like one scene at a time. It didn't feel finished at all. And then with the trailer, it seems so much more polished.
I just think it's weird, but at the same time, I'm glad that we got it over with.
It feels good to finally see the finished product on how much we worked hard on it. So I feel pretty happy on the work product.
Willy Wonka.
It was a real push and a risk for students to get up on stage and perform the carnival show. And every year after that, we performed another and another and another. And we've done everything from Shakespeare to contemporary to Disney. And then the pandemic hit. Just 2 weeks before you all were supposed to perform Willy Wonka on our stage. And quite honestly, Ms. Culver and I, we met on Zoom and we weren't sure what was going to happen with the show. But in true Edison fashion, Ms. Culver and several of the other staff and all of you got creative and really thought about how can we be resourceful? How can we make this work? How can we make sure that the show goes on? And boy, did you. what you have just done, what you have accomplished is completely innovative. And it is how many theaters are having to work and think about the performances that they put on. And you did it. And you did it, and you made us proud, and you made the Edison proud, and you made the city of Boston proud. We could not be more proud of you. You should just take a moment, take it in, and appreciate the moment, live in the moment, and be proud of yourselves. We are so proud of you. We love you. Thank you for an amazing show.
There'd be no more chocolate ripples or chocolate tipples, chocolate ruffles or chocolate truffles, chocolate kisses for sweet.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Willy Wonka Chocolate Factory, where history is about to be made. That's right, you are all going to meet the chocolate genius of the century. And here he is now, Mr. Willy Wonka! Mr. Wonka, Mr. Wonka, may we have a few words?
Certainly. Muckluck, Supercilious, and Pianoforte. 3 of my favorites. Lovely speaking with you. Come forward, my little friends. Gather around.
Yeah.
Welcome, my little friends. Welcome to my factory. Augustus Gloop, please step forward.
Here's my golden ticket, Mr. Wonka. Does this mean I can have something to eat? Phew.
Poor baby, he has a cold. Gesundheit. My name's Veruca Salt.
I always thought of Veruca was a wart, but you don't look like a wart at all. More of a mole, or perhaps a bunion.
How you doing, Wonka? Salt's the name and I'm nuts. Nuts for nuts, that is. An operation like this must go through a million nuts.
Make that 1,000,001. Your ticket?
Fine. Here's your silly ticket. Can I have it back after the tour?
Of course you can, my dear. Of course. Violet Beauregard.
I hear ya. Here's our ticket.
There is no gum chewing allowed on the tour.
But you make gum.
Mr. Wonka asked you to remove your gum. Do we need to negotiate?
Psychobabble, whatever.
Mike TV? Mr. Mike TV and guest?
Hold your pantyhose. The commercial's coming up. I'm sorry, Mr. Wonka. Mike, give him your ticket.
Scrumptious. Oh, and Mike, there is no television reception allowed in the factory.
None?
None whatsoever. Chuck Bucket?
It's Charlie, Mr. Wonka. Charlie Bucket. Here's our ticket.
So you're Charlie Bucket. Odd coincidence you finding your ticket just in time.
Now see here, Wonka. If you're saying our ticket's a phony...
Pleasure to meet you too, Mr.
You know me, Wonka.
Do I? Well then, let's proceed. We start for contract. Raise your right hand. I hereby swear not to touch, malign, assign, clutch, share, tear, or wear, none such, party in the first part, and so on. Please sign below.
Not without my lawyer. Let me give him a ring.
No television reception, no cell phone reception, Sign or leave.
Ha! Where do I sign?
Mr. Wonka, just how many rooms has your factory?
Good question, Augustus.
Is the room getting smaller, or I'm getting taller?
Jim!
Gesundheit!
Rep Center, quickly! I'd hate to lose any of you so early on in our journey.
We're being crushed. Is this some sort of joke?
Stand here, in the center. Now, now, now! And here we have the chocolate smelting room, where thousands of miles of copper pipe twist through the air, carefully chilling the chocolate to a precise temperature, perfect for dipping strawberries. It's all candy, and it's all edible.
Herr Wonka, I want to taste the chocolate.
No matter how tempting, and isn't it deliciously tempting? Do not touch the chocolate. It will instantly harden like cement.
Look over there. It's some sort of creature.
Please, put your hands in the air where I can see them, punk.
No need to worry. That, my friends, is an Oompa Loompa.
A zombie worker.
Not a zombie worker. A refugee.
From where, Wonka?
All of my workers are Oompa Loompas from Loompa Land.
Now see here, Wonka. I teach geography and...
Then you know all about Loompa Land, with its thick jungles infested by hornswogglers and snazzy-wangers, and those terrible, wicked wang-doodles.
Wang-doodles, there is no such thing.
There certainly are, my dear, and a wang-doodle would just love to sink its sharp, vicious fangs into you. Augustus! My chocolate must never be touched by human hands!
Too late!
Great! He's gonna give his codes to millions of people.
It's so good! I think I've had too much chocolate. Phew!
Augustus! Hey! The chocolate the magic shell!
Like Easter Bunny.
We've had an early revelation and lost a child in the chocolate smelter. It's a shame. The boy really seemed to know about food. Alas, take Mrs. Gloop's poop to the strawberry dipping room and heat him to precisely 102 degrees Fahrenheit. Or is that Celsius? No, Fahrenheit. Yes, 102 degrees Fahrenheit, but no higher, or he may spontaneously boil, and that would be a tragedy.
Because Augustus would be damaged?
My dear, Augustus was damaged long ago. The tragedy would be the wasted chocolate. Goodbye, Mrs. Bloop, and good luck.
Oompa Loompa Doopity-doo, I got a perfect puzzle for you. Oompa Loompa Doopity-dee, if you are wise, you will listen to me. What do you get when you guzzle down sweets? Eating as much as an elephant eats. What are you at? Getting terribly fat. What do you think will come of that? I don't like the look of it. Oompa Loompa Doopity-da. If you're not greedy, you will go far. You will live in happiness too, like the Oompa Loompa Doopity-doo.
Ladies and gentlemen, please follow closely as we continue our tour. We are now going to make the next part of our journey by boat. Please step up and in, watch your step. Violet, do not lick the boat. You'll only make the ship sticky.
Excuse me, Mr. Wonka. I just love your hat. It really sets off your eyes, but of course, you have great taste. You know, I would simply adore one of these little pink candy boats and maybe one of those sweet little Oompa Loompas.
Brown noser.
Okay. I know when it's time to get out the old checkbook. Name your price, Wonka, and don't take me on too much of a boat ride. A little joke there. Get it?
Hey, Wonka, where the heck are you taking us?
Mr. Wonka, did you hear me? I said I want a pink candy boat and an Oompa Loompa.
Name your price, Wonka.
A bad parent says what?
What?
I said a bad parent says what?
What?
Exactly.
Where are you taking us?
And here we are, in the inventing room. This is the most important room in the entire factory. My most secret inventions are cooking and simmering in here. Voila! The everlasting gourmet gobstopper.
It looks just like gum.
That's because it is gum.
Gum?
The most dazzling gum in the world.
Gum? Oh no.
An entire gourmet meal without any of those nasty calories.
Gum?
Unfortunately, it's not perfected yet, so we must not chew it.
Gum?
Oompa Loompa Doopity-doo. I've got another puzzle for you. Oompa Loompa Doopity-dee. If you're wise, you'll listen to me. Gum chewing's fine when it's once in a while. It stops you from smoking and brightens your smile. But it's just constant, revolting and wrong. Chewing and chewing all day long. The way that a cow does. Oompa Loompa Doopity-da. Given good manners, you will go far. You will live in happiness too, like the Oompa Loompa Doopity-doo.
Well. 2 naughty little children gone. How delightful. 3 good little children left.
Mr. Wonka, will Violet ever be all right, or will she always be a blueberry?
Very probably. Come along, I have more exciting things to show you. I quite forgot about this room. It's the fizzy lifting drink room.
Bubbles? Do they taste like candy? Mr. Wonka, sweetie, I want bubbles that taste like candy.
Actually, the bubbles taste like soap for children with dirty mouths. So what the bubbles do that is quite remarkable.
What do they do, Wonka?
Just one sip of my fizzy lifting drink, and you will float on air.
Float on air? Whoa.
Unfortunately, my legal advisors have forbidden even the tiniest taste. Come along, I have more exciting things to show you.
Oh my, Mr. Wonka? Kids?
They've left us behind.
Grandpa Joe, what's that?
Try it.
Who's there? Hello?
Try it.
Should we?
Well, I guess one tiny taste wouldn't do any harm.
Wow.
Wow. I'm flying. There's no sensation that's quite as sensational as flying. It's inspirational. Trying. Way, way up there in midair to be touching the sky. Bumping your head on the ceiling of what's up above. It's so appealing, I'm reeling at my depth. Flying, flying, I love. There is no high as a high as a high I am trying. Flying,
Charlie, what's that sound?
I'm not sure, it's getting louder though. We better slow down.
Charlie, look up. It's a fan. It's sucking us up. Try, slow down.
I can't.
Try, Charlie, try.
I can't.
It's gonna cut us to bits.
Think positive.
I can't.
Think.
Wait. Burping is the answer.
Whee, this is fun.
Now just step this way and welcome to the nut room. Charlie, do stay with the group. We wouldn't want you to float away now, would we?
Mr. Wonka, are those squirrels?
Right you are. Eventually, these squirrels will remove its walnut from its shell in one piece and at the same time sort the good nuts from the bad nuts.
They're so adorable. You're squirrely.
Veruca, whatever you do, do not disturb the squirrels. They are in training.
See here, Wonka. I'm a squirrel. I'm a squirrel and an Oompa Loompa. I'm a squirrel and an Oompa Loompa and a pink candy boat. And while we're at it, I want to feast. I want a thin feast. Cream buns and donuts and fruitcakes with no nuts. So good you can donuts. Give them to me. Now, I want a party with a room full of laughter. I want a ton of ice cream. And if I don't get the things I am after, I'm gonna scream. I want the works. I want the whole works. Presents and prizes and sweets and surprises of all shapes and sizes. And now, don't care how I want it now. Don't care how I want it now.
Bad nut.
Veruca! Veruca!
What will become of the Wonka?
What happens to every bad nut? That particular chute leads to the garbage incinerator. But don't worry, there is a chance it may not be lit today.
A chance?
Yes, well, generally it's only lit every other day. I can't remember if today's a burn day. I guess we'll find out. Shame, really. She was so deliciously bossy, a natural captain of industry. Onward and upward, backward and forward, and off we go. Please exit this way. I will be with you in a moment.
star. You will live in happiness too, like the Oompa Loompa Doobity-Doo.
What is this place? Some sort of television studio?
Of course, we're making Wonka commercials.
Wrong. You are all familiar with how television works.
Yeah, big deal. What's this thing do?
I'm sorry. I'm a bit deaf in that ear.
I said, what's this thing do?
Sorry. I'm a bit deaf in that ear as well.
Tell us about it, Wonka.
Well, you see, television gave me a wonderful idea. If you can send a picture via television, why not a candy bar?
That's impossible.
It's very possible. Imagine sitting at home, watching TV, and all of a sudden you see a commercial. Try a Wonka bar, try it now. And poof, there it is. A simple touch of that switch right there. But it's not been properly tested. So therefore, nobody should touch it.
Look at me! I'm gonna be on TV!
He's gone.
Oh dear. I do hope some part of him is not left behind.
Look, something's happening.
This person to ever be sent by television!
Mike, I asked you not to touch.
I want to do it again and again! Put me down! Put me down! I want to be on TV!
He's completely unharmed.
Unharmed? He's barely 6 inches tall.
Yes, well, that is a problem. But small boys can be springy and stretchy. Ah, the taffy pulling machine. That should work well.
How far do you think he'll stretch?
Who knows? Maybe miles.
Oompa Loompa Doopity-Doo. I've got another puzzle for you. Oompa Loompa Doopity-Dee. If you are wise, you'll listen to me. What do you get from a glass of tea? Via pain in the neck and an IQ of 3. Why don't you try simply reading a book? Or could you just not bear to look? You'll get no, you'll get no, you'll get no, you'll get no commercials. Oompa Loompa Doopity-Da. Turn on the TV and you'll be a star. You will live in happiness too, like the Oompa Loompa, Oompa Loompa Doopity-Doo.
Well done. Thank you both very much. I'm sure you can find your way out.
That's it? What about Charlie's lifetime supply of chocolate?
Yes, yes. A lifetime supply of it. Each of the children will receive their chocolate. Other than that, this day has been a total waste of time and chocolate. Goodbye, Charlie Bucket, and good luck.
Goodbye, Mr. Wonka. Mr. Wonka, I don't deserve a lifetime supply of chocolate. You see, I tasted the fizzy lifting drink and broke the rules. And I'm very sorry. Thank you for the wonderful day and tour. It was better than Christmas.
Bless you, Charlie. You did it. You did it.
Now see here, Wonka, it was my idea.
I created this contest with one purpose in mind. To find the perfect person to make new candy dreams come true.
I don't understand.
This was a test of character, Charlie. I carefully selected rooms that would tempt each of our golden ticket winners. You, Charlie, did something quite remarkable. You gave into temptation You were smart enough not to get caught, and yet you admitted your guilt.
But the other kids.
They'll be fine, and they'll receive the booby prize, a lifetime supply of chocolate.
That's the booby prize? What's the real prize?
Charlie, do you love my factory?
I love your factory. It's the most wonderful place in the whole world.
I'm pleased to hear you say that, Charlie, because from this moment on, it's yours.
What do you mean?
I'm giving you my factory, Charlie. I need an heir, and that person is you.
You want me to run this entire factory? What about my mom, dad, and Grandpa Joe?
The entire family could live here, Charlie.
I'd love to. I positively love to.